Whoops. I forgot to... went live a few seconds too early there. Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Another pretty special beer that I picked up at Total Wine. Also, when I got those, the two Boulevard beers. By the way, Boulevard and Ommegang are owned by the same... there's a Belgian brewery conglomerate. I forget the name of it. Maybe it says on here. I know it starts with an M. Nah. Anyway, so Ommegang double chocolate, three philosophers, a blend of quadruple ale and Creek ale with cacao nibs. So I looked up on their website. Oh, by the way, it's 9.7 ABV, and there was a Best By date on here. Sorry, I can't read it with it. Gotta get in the light. December 3rd or something. Alright, so this bottle is a little less than actually, I can't tell if that says 22 or 23. 23. No. Sorry, I can't read it. Just wasting time here. So it is not, usually when you hear chocolate in a beer, you immediately think stout, maybe porter. But this is actually a Belgian quad. Ommegang Three Philosophers has been around for a long time, probably 20 years or more. And it's a solid, Belgian quad with. I believe they said it was a 98% to 2% quad to creek mix. I think they don't make the creek at the brewery. They just use again the Belgian company that they're owned by. They just import their creek, and they just do. I believe it's 2%, but it could be, could have changed since the last time I saw. So anyway, you can probably tell by looking at that, but that it's a brown color. It is not like straight up black charcoal like the two Boulevards from the last two episodes. But all right, well I have to say I'm surprised. I actually do smell a little chocolate because I remember Ommegang. One of the first episodes of Chad's Beer Reviews I did not one of the first, but it was the first episode that my dad was a co-host. We did a Ommegang Mocha, and it was kind of like this. It was like a, Belgian quad with chocolate. I didn't find it was all that chocolatey. So, yeah, I definitely smell like a chocolate candy kind of aroma, but I also get, all the Belgian character as well, the Belgian quad. So you're getting all those yeast esters, just the fruity notes, the spicy notes. To me, it smells more spicy than fruity. I looked up on the website, and it's like they're calling this double chocolate because they use cacao nibs, and then it also says vanilla. It says a collaboration with Taza chocolate. I'm not familiar with this company, or so maybe if I still lived in upstate New York, I might know. By the way, all that time that I lived in Albany, Ommegang was only 90 minutes, 2 hours away from where I worked. And shout out to Scott Veltman, who was one of the brewers there. And him and I, we did a home brew where we took the Westy 12 yeast and did a quad. Actually, well, it was supposed to be a quad, but it ended up being a double that we brewed on their pilot system. So, yeah, I mean, just imagine, a pretty standard Belgian quad aroma. And now that I'm like really paying attention, I can detect the creek, the cherry kind of scent, but it's like way down in there. So it's like, Belgian quad, chocolate, cherry. Do not smell alcohol, which is good. What was this, 9.7? It's pretty strong. Yeah, 9.7. Also, I don't know if this is bottle condition. Oh yeah, it is. So I don't know if we're gonna just drink this. Maybe I'll top it off a little, but let's dive in. Cheers. It's an interesting mix of flavors. The first thing that hit me was the chocolate. I was like, hey, it's a nice chocolate candy kind of flavor. Chocolate vanilla. And then all the Belgian quad came in. Just so I mean, if you've ever had Chimay Blue, Rochefort, Wesley 12, it's a pretty common style. And I talked about this on a few episodes ago. The Belgian quad style, it seems complex, but it's actually a simple grain bill. It's just all that complexity comes with the use of the Belgian candy sugar, which they actually make a point of saying in the BJCP specs. Yeah, so I'm getting like those yeast. It's a very yeasty beer, I will say. Just that spices. It's hard to like, you know, banana clove. Actually, more clove. I really don't get banana on this one. In fact, I don't really get like. I really don't get like. I get like dried fruit, like so like dates, raisins. That's about it. I do get a pretty bready base malt on there. It's also highly carbonated, which is really throwing me off because you would think like a big, thick, strong 9.7% beer, like the two boulevards that I did, and those were what 13 to 14%. That was just like barely carbonated syrup. This is quite the opposite. This is actually really effervescent, which is fairly normal with a quad, especially one that's bottle conditioned. It's almost a little smoky, which it's not a good thing. That would be a yeast phenolic off character. Like there's good phenols and bad phenols. The good phenols is the clove, aroma, and flavor. The bad phenol is Band-Aid, smoke, things like that. I don't get Band-Aid on this one, but it is like almost like a little smoky. Really highly carbonated. I mean, I do get the chocolate and the vanilla, which is nice. Um, it is not super chocolatey, but I mean, when you see double chocolate on the label there, you have an expectation. By the way, also Young's double chocolate stout, same kind of thing. I think they just use a chocolate malt, which is not chocolatey. They just call it chocolate malt because it's dark. It's roasted pretty well, so it's dark, so it's chocolate colored. It does nothing for chocolate flavor. And then they add like a little bit of like I think cocoa powder into it. So if you go into Young's double chocolate stout, seeing double chocolate and thinking it's going to be just a fudge bomb, it is really not. It's just like Guinness with a little bit of like Nestle's Quick added to it. So this one, it's kind of got a lot going on. It's it's more interesting than anything else. I would not call it bad. I would not call it great. I mean, getting the base Belgian quad flavors there, plus a little bit of chocolate, plus I can pick up on the Cherry Creek presence, but I feel like there's these flavors are kind of all, fighting for my attention at the same time. It's like imagine like a coach, like a fifth grade soccer team. All these kids come up to you and they all want something. That's kind of like what this beer is. Yeah, so very phenolic, fairly highly carbonated. Even the mouthfeel on this is not super thick. I'd probably put it like medium tops. I might even go as far as to say it's medium light. High carbonation though, for sure. I will say that the alcohol is smooth. I am not getting a burning sensation. I am not getting, rubbing alcohol or like I said, there's no Band-Aid character on here or anything like that. I think it probably would have been better if they had just um, ditched the creek. You don't need that cherry component because, actually, a great blend, if you can find a bartender that can do it really well, is you would take Young's Double Chocolate Stout or Southern Tier Chocolate, some kind of chocolatey beer like that, and then blend it with like a framboise, like Lindemans or if you can get it, Cantillon, some real Belgian authentic Kriek or Framboise, those work really well. This kind of reminds me of it's almost like it's like somebody's homebrew or like a blend from a bartender that doesn't know how to do it right. Ken Spirius, thanks for the shout out recently. Yeah, man, we should do I want to get back into doing, Skype beer reviews. So if anybody's interested, let me know in the comments and how I can get a hold of you. Yeah, really weird flavor combination on this one. I am not. I will say it did not live up to my expectations. I'm not going to say it's a bad beer. Just doesn't live up to my expectations. I went into this thinking this was going to be as good as the two Boulevard Bourbon Barrel Aged ones, or at least, I mean, even regular Ommegang Three Philosophers is pretty good. I'd actually rather just have regular Ommegang Three Philosophers. I feel like the vanilla and the chocolate on here are a little distracting. So as far as rating on this one, I mean, I wouldn't judge it as a quad. I would judge it like as a, spice or vegetable beer, I guess. Or you could even call it a fruit beer, or something because it has fruit in it. But as far as rating, I think I'll go 3.5 out of 5 on this one. Maybe even, actually, I might even go. Well, I don't know if I go as low as 3. I might go 3.25. Yeah, for me. It's hard to get past that phenolic, almost smoky character. Because I've had a homebrew that I did a long time ago, where it was either bad yeast, old yeast, or yeast got infected, and if you get that smoky kind of almost like burnt rubber kind of thing in there, it's like you can never, like you always notice it, you always taste it. I will say though, for 9%, 9.7% beer, it is, it's pretty easy to drink. I'm definitely going to be able to finish this. So yeah, probably 3.25, maybe 3.5. I could probably go 3.5 on this one. It didn't really live up to my expectations. But if you're a fan of Ommegang, you might want to check this one out. I would just say, don't get your hopes up. So, all right, if you watched all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys when I see you.